Brah.
Sa?
Welcome back to another One Piece video. Today, we are going to be having discussions about Chapter 1167 in Brago. The first thing I want to ask you is how impressed were you by the reveal of a Shangara, the Knight's Temple within the Land of God? Isn't that just a beautiful setting?
Yeah.
What are you laughing, man? What?
Yeah, shout out to Shangara. Beautiful temple, amazing setting. You know, I've always wondered about just like the layout of up there. Like, what do they have? Do they have like a tennis court?
I think so.
Do they got hoops up there? Do they have bowling? Because they're just always there. You know, they never really go down to the surface. So they're always home. Like, do they have every luxury possible available to them? So I would like to find out more about the places up there. Like, where do they train? All those different things.
And also, where the hell is the Eve tree? Because it's up there too somewhere. We got to see it eventually.
That's forbidden. Like, only the top of the top can go and see the Eve tree side.
Yeah.
Not those commoners.
Only those with the mark. The top tier marks.
Deep. Maybe the 13 can?
Yeah, the 13. Maybe like they visit the tree and that's where they have like their meeting spots.
That's when they get assimilated. You know, like our favorite movie, Avatar.
Yeah, like the Tree of Life. Yeah. People are saying that Shangara didn't originally belong to the God Knights, and that this was where the Lunarians lived before they were kicked off the Red Line.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
They just moved in. They just moved in and took over. And they're like, oh, this is our temple now because we're now the gods. That's all it is.
That'd be kind of cool.
Just a good old hostile takeover. You know, happens everywhere.
You could say they earned it.
Yes. I mean, if they won.
It sounds like they won. I mean, and here's the thing. We know Lunarians are fighters, man. Invincibility, the flames, the wings. You're telling me that the God Knights and Celestial Dragons took over this place? I mean, well-deserved, guys.
Yeah, big W's.
Big W's, man.
Yeah, they took over, and they've been there ever since.
There's going to be some backstory to that. I feel like we're going to learn, like, why they got beaten. Like, maybe the Celestial Dragons showed up during a solar eclipse, and their fires don't work on that day.
Or they were sold out by another Lunarian that just told them their weakness.
Oh, yeah. Said, hey, guys, tomorrow I'm going to pour water on all of their backs, and we're just going to win, y'all.
Or it could be a situation where the Lunarians are weaker when it's raining.
Oh, yeah. They're looking at the weather beforehand.
Yeah, so they attacked on a rainy day. Or maybe just like the Lunarians were just ass, and King was the strongest one ever.
No, surely he isn't, right? Like, I feel like when we hit the Void Century, we're going to see some really powerful Lunarians.
I don't know. We said the same about Fishman, and well...
I mean, the strongest one is still alive. I mean, you got eyes.
Jack?
King Neptune's in this chapter.
Come on.
King Neptune, Prince Fukaboshi. Come on.
Insanity.
Another thing, too, is that we do have a God Knight that has wings. It's the Yeti Holy Knight. What if he's a Lunarian?
Probably a mix. Not a pure blood.
A descendant of the one who betrayed the other Lunarians?
Yeah. A descendant or a crossbreed. A forced crossbreed.
Imagine he's King's final opponent. King comes back and he fights that Yeti Holy Knight. Lunarian versus Lunarian.
Please no.
What do you mean, please no?
Please no. Because it's not going to be a fight. It's going to be just like a cutaway.
No, we're going to get all these fights, bro. I mean, these God Knights can only be damaged via Conqueror's Hockey, so we got to start looking at Boa Hancock. You know, we got to look at Eustace Kid, Kaido, Big Mom, Don Chinjiao.
Katakuri. Come on.
Katakuri, yeah, exactly. Like, we need to bring those boys back into the fray.
Right. But these are conquerors. King was like, oh, you have the color of the conqueror.
Yeah, King was never confirmed to have it. So are you saying that the Yeti Holy Knight would win?
Yes. Yes, that's indeed what I'm saying. The Yeti Holy Knight would murk. Unless he unlocks it. Unless he always had it and never used it. But then it'd be like, bro, you were at Kaido for this long and it would just cause too many issues. Honestly, at this point, I don't want that many people at Mary Joa. I don't want that many people in the fight. Because it just gives Oden a reason to cut away. I mean, I know that's what the fights are going to be anyway. But it's like, I guess, you know what? At this point, let's get as many people in there as possible.
You
just
went
get them all
from
up
one
there.
extreme to another. Keep everybody away from the Holy Land. You know what? Never mind. Bring them all in.
Let's get everybody up there. Bring them all in. Let's make it interesting. Let's make it what is it? Stampede. Just bring everybody here.
Yeah.
Why not?
We're all gonna fight at Shangri-La of the One Piece world.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm down for it, man. So here's another thing I want to bring up. Shanks. We see him in this chapter. He is a part of the God Knights. He has the Shallow Sea contract, the Shallow Sea Covenant.
Yeah.
But in the meanwhile, we do know that Shanks has a pirate crew. Yasopp, Ben Beckman, possibly Lucky Roo, and a couple others. They're all with Shanks as we speak, yet he's up here in the Holy Land. Is this like his version of 3D2Y? Where, he's off training on his own and the whole crew splits up for a little bit and then they reunite afterwards? What's up with that? What's your take?
Is it confirmed he already had his crew at this point?
We saw that during Chapter 0, which was approximately like 22 years before the story. Shanks was there and he met Yasopp.
Because he asked Yasopp to come with them.
Yeah.
So it could be a situation where he sent Yasopp to go check on his family, and Yasopp went frolicking with the women on another island. It could be a 3D2Y, or it could be Shanks just leaving, so he had something to do, right? He disbanded the crew, and it's like, yo, I had something I have to do, and maybe. But for Shanks' crew, they seem so loyal, where they just like support him from afar, where they're doing some things on their own to support him. So it could be a 3D2Y. I like that idea actually.
Yeah, maybe he's like, hey guys, we just fought Blackbeard because he just got the scar. Maybe the scar was like his Kizaru Sentomaru Kuma moment, whereas like, man, Blackbeard is so crazy. Guys, we need to split up and I need to go home. I need to run to my
put his
dad
hand
real
on his
quick.
shoulder and said, rest.
Yeah. It's okay now,
Let's go
child.
train.
Let's go train.
Let's go train. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Which, I mean, is kind of crazy because, I mean, it sounds like agenda, but it's somewhat true looking at the timeline. Blackbeard scarred Shanks, and then Shanks did just end up going to the Holy Land. It makes you wonder, was Blackbeard that powerful, and Shanks is like, okay, I need to level up? Or do you think Blackbeard told Shanks about the world? Maybe Blackbeard is like, hey, the Figarlands killed us. They slaughtered the Davy clan. And by the way, my mom, Eris, told me about this omnipotent monster up in Marie Joie. And then Shanks is like, what the hell? And then he ends up going back that same year. And that's why the wound is so fresh.
I think it's less about specifics with Blackbeard, but I think it's for Shanks is about what he didn't know. Right?
Yeah.
I think Blackbeard was a reminder of what Shanks didn't know. Because Shanks, what he said in Elbaf when he was talking to Scopper is that his life has changed greatly and that he's still learning so much. So I think what Blackbeard or the face-off against Blackbeard taught him was that he doesn't know nearly as much as he thinks. Because I think Blackbeard did something freaky that, caught him off guard probably isn't the correct term, but it caught him in a way that he didn't expect. And Blackbeard's, you know nothing, Shanks. You don't know anything about this world, and that's why you will lose. And then Shanks decided to go to research,
Yeah,
Then
do you
he
even
went
know
to
about your
Mary Joa.
father?
And so I think that was a realization and a moment for him to go learn more. But I don't know if Blackbeard really got into specifics, but it may have triggered something within Shanks. That's kind of how I look at it.
Ooh, I could easily see Shanks saying, hey, Teach, what are you after? And then Teach just says the world, and he's like, oh.
The world.
Oh. And then he goes up.
Dio?
Yeah, which is cool. Like, we have a timeline on the scar now. Because, 1 year afterwards, when we see him in Elbaf with Scopper, he doesn't have the bandages.
Nope.
So,
Just
yeah.
has a scar.
Just the scar. Which now brings us to another Shanks opponent, Mihawk. Do you think we'll see him pretty soon, or do you think we're not going to see him at all in this flashback? How do you feel about him? Because obviously, it's a meme, but you genuinely can't talk about Shanks without bringing up Mihawk and vice versa. Where's Mihawk right now?
It would be dope to see Mihawk in the Holy Land. Oh, my gosh.
You know Oda, dude, he's got the finger on the pulse. if he dropped a chapter like that, people would go rabid, bro.
It would be insane because it's like, finally some Mihawk lore. I do think Oda might show Mihawk, but he'd show him separately.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be up here at the Holy Land. It could be like a simple panel where he's sailing, a clash.
I see a panel.
Ooh.
You know, like we saw Smoker recently, and he's just on the seas with his boat, and he's carrying something.
Yeah.
It could be something like that. Just a panel, just like a quick aside. Just like, hey, guys, by the way, Mihawk exists here.
You know,
I think I could see that, but, you know.
Somebody brought up a really good theory. They said current day, Harold is, or I mean, should I say, like in this flashback, Harold is going around fighting pirates.
Yeah.
Well, Mihawk around this era should be known as the Marine Hunter. And he is a pirate right now. So what are the chances that Harold is sent off to go fight Mihawk?
And he gets folded?
Maybe he gets folded, and then maybe they send Shanks.
Or they clash?
Or they clash? Anything. It's a novel idea.
I think, here's the thing.
Plausible.
If Harold gets folded by Mihawk, that's a game changer.
I don't think... Yeah. It's such a game changer that I don't know if Oda would actually do it.
That's why I don't think Oda would do it, because it's a game changer.
Yeah.
Because you had Harold boxing with rocks fairly equally, and then Mihawk takes him out.
We got to see it.
That's
we got to see something with Mihawk. Okay, so where are you with that? In this flashback or outside of this flashback?
Oh, Mihawk?
Yeah.
In the flashback.
Okay. You're confident in it.
It's Shanks, so why not have Mihawk somewhere around here?
Yeah.
The thing is, it's just like, Oda likes to troll. So I'm like, if we're delving into Shanks' backstory, why not just give us like a Mihawk thing?
Crumb.
A crumb. Give us something.
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
And the thing is, too, is that we're going to stick around Shanks for a little bit. Like, even after King Harold dies, for example, Shanks goes on the hunt for Loki. And it takes him 8 years to find Loki and beat him and bring him back. And, of course, Shanks finds the Gumu Gumu no Mi in that period. So it's not like, we leave the Holy Land and we're never going to see Shanks again. No. A lot of this flashback will still have Shanks' POV. I mean, that is the main reason why Luffy stuck around in the first place, right? At first, Luffy was going to go to Imu and go upstairs. And then Loki mentioned Shanks and Scopper mentioned Shanks. He's like, wait a minute. Like, guys, go ahead. I'm going to stay over here. So we got to get more Shanks lore. If we get it, we're probably going to see, or at least get a panel of that legendary duel between Mihawk and Shanks.
Agreed.
And, this does bring up a good question. Shanks' sword. Is this a gift from the Figarland family? Do you think it will transform like Shamrock's blade? Or do you think it's just a regular sword and that's it?
Is Griffin confirmed to be a supreme grade?
I don't think so. I think speculation-wise, a lot of people believe it's supreme grade, but it's not confirmed.
I think he was definitely gifted it here.
Yeah.
I think he was gifted this blade. I think it has the capabilities to transform like Shamrock's blade. I mean, I don't know if we want to go off the anime, but we saw like straight up a Griffin, when he went to attack Kid. So it's not as well. We didn't see it used in the same way that Shamrock used it, but could Shamrock do that because he can bring out more of the blade because he has the Abyssal contract or one of those contracts? So it's like, I do think it is. Shanks' blade could be a part of a set, right? Griffin and Cerberus could be a part of a set, and where one has one ability and the other could have another ability, right? It could be something like that. One rules the air, one rules the earth, something that weird. But I do think Griffin is going to be a supernatural blade, one could say, on the level of Enma. I think all swords I think eventually Oda's going to give all swords some ability, right? Like, was it Ame no Habikiri and Enma? But we don't know Ame's powers. But I think they're all going to have some type of ability, which would, I think it would lend itself to swordsmanship and given some more, I guess, some more unique abilities. Like Rose Rondo.
Yeah, it just spawns petals out of nowhere.
Yes.
Yeah, I would love it if Shanks had a actual monster. Like, that's his ultimate trump
Like
card.
a
Like,
griffin?
ooh, here's a griffin just spawns out of it, and he can, like, fight alongside it. Or, like, he just rides it a little bit. It'd
Like
be
a
cool.
stand.
Yeah, like a stand.
Like Pet Shop.
I don't know what Pet Shop is.
Got it.
Yeah, I don't know what Pet Shop is. I'm just, like, imagining PetSmart or Petco or something now. Like, we're going to go buy some toys and cat food.
The JoJo fans in the chat, like, oh my God, son.
Hey, I haven't watched JoJo's. I've seen, like, scenes, I've seen images, and that's pretty much it.
JoJo.
I've watched season 1 like 3 times, but I could never finish it. I stopped like halfway
Watching
in.
Will you get sick of Dio?
No, I love Dio. Dio's my favorite part. It's everybody around JoJo that just kills it for me. And then of course like they do the like the thing where like, oh, here's like a crazy color change for like 5 minutes. It's like, wait, what? Why are we doing this?
Wait, does that?
It's like
But it's
One
kinda
Punch Man
like,
does that.
To Be Hero X does that.
I haven't watched To Be Hero X yet. I know Dandadan does that too. But it's like, I'm not like a big fan of just like, hey, here's like an entire color change for the next scene. It's like, it's not my favorite.
Just the thought of Dandadan makes me feel good.
I finished season 2. Or should I say, core 2 of season 1.
Thoughts?
It's okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad series. I can see why a lot of people like it. I don't hate it. It's just like not my style, I guess.
I don't think it's upper echelon as far as, some of the series that I have in the top 10, top 15, even top 20.
Yeah.
But it's in my feel-good area of, like, Erased, Noragami, Blue Exorcist. Like, in that area of shows that, like, I just feel good when I watch them.
Yeah. Also, shoutouts to One Punch Man. Their latest episode broke above a 5-point rating. Not bad. First of the season. I think it's sitting at like a 5.6 or something, which is great considering the other episodes are like 1.2, 1.7. So hell yeah, man.
This episode was good for a fan animation. No, I would say as much as I could see them trying with Flashy Flash versus those other guys. I mean, the manga was just so beautiful with this fight. And then seeing it in the anime was so okay. Like, I could say it was bad, but it was okay.
Yeah,
right?
It was okay. It wasn't good.
It was okay.
It
wasn't
okay.
good. It was okay. And for a moment like this, where I feel like in the anime or in the manga, it was just so beautifully drawn. And to see it in the way it was just like, oh my God. Like, even the way they animate Speed was just like, oh God, this is painful. And then Child Emperor is one of my favorite heroes. So seeing him in his bag was good, which I thought was the best part of the episode, the second half of the episode. So I thought it was fine. I thought it was bearable. If I had to put a rating on it, I'd probably give it like a 6.
Yeah, I give it like a 6 or 7.
Yeah, I give it like a 6.
Which, who knows, man? Maybe next episode's gonna get even better. One Punch Man Season 3's only up from here, as you said.
Listen, I have no more faith in this damn show. I think it's cooked. I think we're just gonna have to accept what we get and kind of watch it with a grain of salt. Probably hate watch. Like, I don't hate when I'm watching it, but I'm just looking to have a good time.
Yeah.
And see how often they're moving the characters' mouths.
You like switch objectives. I did the same thing where it's like at first I was like really curious, like what the hell is gonna happen because I didn't read the manga like that. But now it's just like, okay, like how goofy is this gonna get?
Let's just have fun with it. That's kind of where I am with it, because like they can't be serious.
It's bringing everybody together.
Yeah, but I'm gonna watch it, see how it ends. But like, we're about to get into some crazy fights, and I think how they did the Flashy Flash fight, I have no faith. Absolutely zero faith in what's gonna happen. So.
Hey, at least it's better than the first couple episodes. And also, speaking of getting cooked, you saw that Cole is getting cooked online too, for his One Punch Man.
No.
Jake?
What did Cole say?
So this was because of last week's episode, not the one we're talking about, but the one prior. The one that has the record for lowest rated anime episode of all time.
Yeah.
People started going through and putting that episode through AI to add movement. And,
I did see that.
Yeah, to make it look a little bit better. And Cole said that he would rather watch an entire season just done by AI rather than what JC staff put out. I'm kind of paraphrasing there, but that's essentially the gist of it. And people are not happy that he said it. What's your take on that?
Okay, I see it now. He said, I'd love to see somebody touch up the entire One Punch Man Season 3 with Sora too, no cap. Somebody said, oh, fuck you. They said, humans let me down, so use AI. Even though it's morally bankrupt, I understand your frustration, Cole, but AI is not the solution. Someone said, fuck all the way off with this. Use your head.
Yeah, people were mad at Cole for this one.
Yeah, I think my AI takes, I kind of keep them in the vault. I think even my usage of AI.
No comment on this one.
I kind of keep them in the vault, especially in the community that we're in. It's not received well. It's never received well. So I don't think I could ever say I want to watch an entire season using AI. Now, I'm looking at the video that Cole quoted as far as why he'd want AI. And it's like, it's a better experience for those scenes, but it's just, we understand what comes with AI. And like, when you say that, you're basically saying, I hope people's jobs get taken.
Yeah, or at least that's how people hear it.
That's what people hear. That's not what he's saying at all, but that's what people hear. And so, I can't agree publicly.
To like do the grunt work, I think AI is very useful. And I feel like most consumers, maybe not like a majority of them, I'd say actually majority of them, they generally don't look up where or who is making their product.
In general, no.
Yeah, so like if they were to put out a really well-produced, good-looking One Punch Man Season 3 that is only done through AI, I don't think a lot of people would necessarily care as much or like find out. Like we're eventually going to get to that point, which AI, good and bad, I don't think it's there yet. But one day in the future, like give it like 5 years, it will. And it's getting to a point, and it's crazy because, people, I mean, if you're online, you'll see people saying, oh, like this artist is using AI, this guy's using AI. And one thing they point out is the finger work, right? Like, oh, this character has 6 fingers. That character has 6 fingers.
Yeah.
I think One Punch Man, there's like a volume cover where one of the characters has 6 fingers. There was a scene in season 3 where it has 6 fingers. One Piece had 6 fingers. And it's like, okay, we're getting to a point where AI is so good that it's not making the finger mistakes anymore as often, unless you're using like an older model. It's humans making the mistakes now. And if you want like to know if it's human or AI, mistakes are more human now. That's just kind of how it is, which is crazy. AI is not perfect, but it's getting better.
If it's guaranteed that they weren't going to lose their jobs, and I'm for it, it is ignorant to ignore what AI is becoming. And I think if you work in a certain industry or whatever, just start researching AI so you're not left behind, just in case it gets implemented in a way that could possibly affect your well-being. I do think AI is getting to a ridiculous place where I'm seeing some things I'm like, this is crazy. And now what companies are doing, and I know this for a fact now, companies are now going to people that are great with AI to make ads.
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to hiring artists or models and actors. They're going to AI artists to make ads using AI. And so, if you can just go to one person and they can cover the entire process without hiring and blah, 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 you can make a commercial using AI. That's what they're going to do. That's what these people are going to do. These people are businessmen, right? Businessmen and women. So, like, at the end of the day, they don't care about the integrity of the sport or of the industry like a lot of us do, where it's like, artists are at stake. They don't give a shit. They're like, can I do this similarly or 90% of it, 85% of it, while saving, right, so much money? If they can, they're going to do it. I think, of course, backlash sometimes, a lot of times, it would make people change their minds. So if like you notice somebody's using AI, I mean, I think the community does a great job of kind of pushing back at it.
Yeah.
But I feel like we can't stop it.
And it's only
We
going to
really
get
can't.
better. And that's the thing too, right? Eventually, we're going to get to a point where AI is so good, people, not everybody, but I think a good chunk of people will stop complaining about it because they're like, well, I mean, this is actually kind of decent.
People are going to complain for a time, but I think if turnover increases, if output increases, and people are getting what they want at an earlier date with better quality, I think ultimately people are not going to care.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the truthers will, because some of these people, they know people in the industry, people that are artists, people that are animators, and they don't want them losing their job. And I agree with them. So it's just like, I need some regulations. It would be good to kind of preserve the integrity of animation. I don't want to watch AI slop. I'll be honest. I would like to feel the heart in the animation, but then, you know, when you have shows like One Punch Man, people are like, give me the AI at this point. Give it's gonna be this bad, you know. But it's just a tough thing to say, just because we know how
I mean, and we hire
dangerous
artists
AI
too.
can be.
Like, we have friends who are animators. You know, I still hire my artist, charges me an arm and a leg, but yeah, like we know people in the space. So like it's not a easy subject, but I mean, we can't just say, you know, snap our fingers and AI is gone. So you just gotta have to work with integrating it into the process.
It's getting better. I think Elon Musk did have a conversation or comments about AI in the future and how money will cease to exist and all this different stuff.
The Wall-E future. I don't think we'll be around for that, but
Do you think eventually everyone's going to have an AI person?
an AI avatar, maybe.
Yeah. Where it's just like this avatar that you train to work for you.
Dude, it's funny because like you know, Thanksgiving was previous week. I visited my family, and I forgot how, but we were just talking about like AI. It like got brought up. It was one of the topics. And a lot of my family, they talk about how their job encourages the use of AI, like ChatGPT, for like their daily work. And they all have like different fields too, like accountants, some engineers, and they're just like, yeah, like they actually want us to use AI for some of this stuff. We just kind of look over it and make sure it's not wrong. Like, oh, fair enough. Like, there's ways you can make it work and just, you know, interweave it. But at what point is it going to be like, okay, everybody's using AI? Like, we're kind of regressing to an extent. Because, you know, I know people in college and they're like using AI for like essays. It's like, okay, they're not really learning anything at this point. But at the same time, it's like you know, back when we were in college, I bet we also cheated too. But it's just like a different level now, you know?
I know for a fact that a lot of companies are using AI to help their employees.
Yeah.
I'll say this, like, let's say accounting, for instance. It is rare that anything is done, any decisions are made with mental math. Okay? Right? A lot of what gets done is, you know, through spreadsheets, formulas, etc. But there's some extra things that are done to help with forecasting, budgets, etc., etc., etc. That, I mean, AI is just bleeding into it, right? Even if it's a dummy report or a dummy write-up just to see what artificial intelligence is recommending, that's a part of it now. I encourage people, especially artists, animators, stay vigilant. Don't get left behind, you know. Of course, you want to maintain the integrity, but just know your industry, know what's happening.
Yeah, be vigilante. So this brings us to the next big topic I want to talk about. The Elbaf Elders. They are still denying Harold his marriage with Ida, in my opinion, the Queen of Elbaf. And it's like, yo, like, this is the third time we've had these guys mentioned. Where are they? Will we ever see them? Will they matter, Brago? We've seen their silhouettes. Do you think Oda's going to make them a grand old reveal? Will they show up present day and help us beat Emu? What do you think?
I think they show up eventually because we have to go to the heaven realm at some point. So I think they show up. Maybe once we start getting into more of the lore and the history of Elbaf, we could get some conversation from them. It seems like they're really stuck in their traditions and how they feel about things. So, just old giants that feel like they know everything, and they might know everything. So, I think we do see them eventually, but I don't think they're necessarily like the Gorosei. I think they're old warriors, but I don't think they're like, immortal and can fight right now.
Dude, imagine after Elbaf, we go up to the Heaven Realm, and they're like, dang, you giants suck. You let Emu rampage for how long? Like, dude, you don't watch Bleach, damn it. Oh my god.
Was this 1,000-Year Blood War?
Yeah, 1,000-Year Blood War, man. I mean, I guess it's like after Aizen. I don't know. Do you know about Squad Zero?
Yes.
Okay. Squad Zero comes down, and they kind of do the same thing. Like, hey, what are you guys doing, man? You guys suck. Like, imagine the elders do that to Luffy and the gang, and like Dory and Brogy, Yarul. How would you feel?
I was like, why'd you wait till now? Like, Elbaf has been like brought to its knees for the past like 5 hours, and now you're coming down. I guess you're like, well, I thought they could handle it. I don't know. It just throws a wrinkle in everything. If they're that strong, and it's I don't know.
It doesn't necessarily mean they have to be strong, though. Like, what if they're not fighters because they're so old?
But then you can't say I suck.
But they hold the position of power, though.
All right, prove it. Prove that I suck then. Fight me.
Yeah, Luffy would probably throw hands with them.
Like, what? Fight me. Loki's like,
Yeah.
all right, fight me. Let's see how that'll go. No.
Yeah.
It's a bit mucky. I think they could have presence about them, though.
Like aura.
It could be really cool. Yeah.
You think the Elbaf elders are going to walk in here, and we're going to have like our jaws on the ground?
You haven't read Kingdom, have you?
No.
Yeah.
Have not read Kingdom. Does that happen?
No, it's like a certain character that walks in with like a bunch of other characters. Saria Fui walks in and it's just the aura. It's just
Immaculate.
Oh.
One day I'm going to check out Kingdom. One day.
Best binge ever.
So, we see this chapter that Shanks meets his family. We all got through that. But a question I want to bring up is, do you think that Shamrock would ever fight Shanks? And if they do, will Shamrock be able to kill his little brother if necessary for the Holy Land? And same for Shanks even. Will either brother be able to take the life of one another?
I think Shamrock could. I don't think Shanks could. I think it's just different upbringing, different morals. Not saying Shanks wouldn't be willing to kill, but I don't think he'd want to kill his brother. I think for Shamrock, he would want to kill his brother, but I think he'd be willing to do it.
Yeah, it's tough. We don't have a lot of dialogue in between them, but
Right.
I feel like Shamrock does care about Shanks. It's all headcanon right there because we don't have a whole bunch, but I like to imagine neither brother could pull the trigger.
Do you rather see in the future Shanks versus Shamrock or Shanks versus Blackbeard?
I'd rather want to see Shanks versus Shamrock.
Why?
Just because it's cool. I like the family dynamic. And I feel like Shamrock would be more of Shanks' speed in a way. Like, I can imagine them, both whipping out their swords. If Shanks has a Griffin transformation, if Shamrock has, like, a Cerberus thing, they're going at it. Like, it would be like Naruto, he's got, like, the monsters fighting in the background, and these two just going at it. I think it'd be cool. Blackbeard, Gura Gura, Darkness. It's awesome, but I feel like you should fight somebody else with the Devil Fruit. I feel like it'd be more visually appealing, or it's easier to imagine, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's why I picked this. And then the
I agree
dialogue
with that.
too. Like, imagine the dialogue that Shamrock could
the
throw
stuff we
Shanks'
could find
way.
out. Yeah, the stuff we could find out could be really interesting. I think it's just because we know about, I guess, a Blackbeard and Shanks has been just there for so long.
Yeah.
And it's so anticipated. It's like we just want it, right? Really want it. But Shanks and Shamrock, that could be fun. And the great part about it is it could have happened already. And Oda could show it in the flashback.
Oh, yeah. It could happen next chapter for all we know. I mean, hell, I would even take a sparring match. Like, imagine that. Like, brothers just kind of fighting each other, you know, testing out abilities and stuff. That'd be too good.
I think it's possible. It's definitely possible. But this isn't solo leveling, all right? I think after we saw a swordsman or a combatant to the level of Law, and we never really saw a spar between him and Zoro, like, and Law was on the crew for so long, it's like...
Probably not going to happen.
Probably not going to happen.
Dude, that'd be fun, though. Like, that's... You know, fans live for those moments, right? Like, imagine in between Dressrosa, just somewhere around there, Zoro looks at Law, and he says, hey, let's see what you got. And Law's like, you know what? I'm game. And they just clash for a little bit. We just see, like, a flexing of power. It doesn't have to be, like, an all-out, you know, ooh, he won battle, but just something.
Just a nice little teaser. Well, we did see Law versus Luffy.
Where do we see that again?
In the filler with the fighting dugongs.
Oh, that's the prisoner devil fruit guy.
Yeah, when they had the collars on them.
Yeah, the pet no me man.
Yeah, they had the collars on them, so they didn't have any devil fruit.
Oh,
no devil fruit powers.
He's like that JoJo's guy, Pet Shop Man.
Pet Shop is an animal.
Wait, really? wait, JoJo's Pet Shop. What is Pet Shop? Oh, it's a griffin. Oh, that's cool. Well, it's more like an eagle, but yeah. Wow, that looks just like what I imagined Shanks' sword would look like. That's crazy. Sort of. Nice. Now I get the reference, man. Hell yeah. Let's go.
Oh, listen, I don't think I could do Pet Shop justice, but Pet Shop is cool as hell.
Hey, it doesn't look bad.
I'll say that.
Oh, dude,
cool
I would kill for a little God Knight sparring competition. Kind of like how, they brought the Chinese into solo leveling for a little bit, and they sparred before Jeju Island.
That was so good.
Dude,
like,
we need that with the God Knights. Come on.
It's so smart because it sets the stage and it sets the tone before the invasion. So now you're like, okay, we kind of have an idea of how strong all these characters are. Then you can kind of like blow it out of the water. But I think it was great to kind of see what they could do and then also have the rivalry and some competition.
And it didn't last long either.
It didn't last that long. But they got some good hits in, some good little, and then, of course, you have somebody that's going to take it a bit too far, get too serious. You can't let it get that way. But,
Like, we need that for Garling, man. He needs that PR boost. Like, imagine they're all fighting, and then Garling's like, okay, time for me to step in, like Mr. Japan. And they're like, whoa, he's Garling, please, no, don't fight. You become too strong since God Valley.
And they'd be like, you didn't do that to Roger. You didn't do that to Rox.
No. And then the narrator box comes in and says, Garling has now reached a new pinnacle of strength, surpassing that of Roxy Zebek, Roger, and Garp combined.
Let's calm down.
Oda would never do that. Dude, we would never get such direct power scaling in One Piece. Oda would never do that. That's like
I don't see Oda ever like saying something like that. Saying this person is definitely no.
That would be Oda though. Like, okay, if Oda had to do that for one character, would it be Joy Boy? Because that's like an inconsequential one. Like, imagine Void Century. This man became the strongest in history ever. And it's just Joy Boy or something.
I think the easiest character to do that with is a character that doesn't want anything. Because you don't have to... Could be Gaimon. But Gaimon would like certainly to have a body. I think Gaimon certainly would want to walk normally again. Gaimon is like hoping that the Dragon Balls are real. That somebody can collect them and wish him back to normalcy. Or he stumbles across Law right after fighting Blackbeard. He's like, yo, can you help me out?
I like to imagine we're going to go back to Gaimon's birth, and he's going to get the Gojo treatment, where it's like the minute he was born, every monster in the world just paused for a second because they knew their goose was cooked. Like, that was the day Roger cried.
That's absolutely certainly possible, but you never know.
You never know. I mean, Shanks is the child of destiny. If there was a legitimate character to be Shanks, but where he saw his birth, it's not happening.
That's what I said. Like, that's what I meant. Like, the character that doesn't want anything.
Yeah.
Shanks.
Well, I mean, he wants something.
Then it's like, but it's like what he wants is not for him. So it's like with him being selfless, he doesn't really have to get into fights that we want him to get into.
Yeah.
So he can avoid all that, or they can just like give a cop out answer, like, "Oh yeah, of course, Shanks." But it's like we're never going to see him fight seriously
until the end.
I think even then it might be caveats. Oda's like a writer with caveats. I mean, a lot of writers do it, but you know.
How about this? Would you rather have Shanks fight Shamrock or Garling? You can only pick one.
Shamrock.
Shamrock?
Garling is booty. So far.
Then who's going to fight Garling?
You already know.
Don't say it, man.
Lindbergh!
Why are you giving this stupid intro? Just rolling tongue like Wile E. Coyote or something.
That's his machinery whirring. Like he has like blades just rotating. And he's like going, ha, Garling, remember me?
Who's that cowboy Looney Tunes character? Yosemite Sam. There we go.
Yeah.
I just thought about Yosemite Sam when you did that. One Christmas tradition I have is, I mean, I don't like go out of my way to do it, but if I can, if it's just around me, I will sit down and watch it's the Christmas Carol, but it's like the Looney Tunes version.
Oh, every Christmas?
Like I said, if it's in front of me, I'll watch it. Yeah.
Oh, for me, that's Home Alone.
You watch Home Alone every Christmas?
Try to, yeah.
It's a good movie. I mean, we're getting around the time. We got to watch Red One. I think that's becoming a Christmas tradition too. Red One. Isn't that crazy?
Red One.
It's been a year since it's released. You need to check it out.
I still have not watched Red One, but
Amazon Prime.
I thought you might say
brother.
Elf. You know, like Santa Claus, right? Something.
J.K. Simmons, Chris Evans, Dwayne Johnson. We have like an Avengers level cast, man.
All right. What's a Christmas movie that's a Christmas movie, but it's not a Christmas movie?
A Christmas movie that isn't a Christmas movie?
Yes.
I don't know why. I don't think this fits, but I was going to say Meet the Fockers.
I think that fits.
Okay, Meet the Fockers then.
That's people say like Die Hard.
2004?
Oh,
This movie's 20 years old.
Yeah.
What? I remember seeing this in theaters. Okay, I got one more topic before we head out of here, actually.
Okay.
You're gonna love this one. So, do you think that next chapter, Hyridin, your guy, your goat, will come back with a legitimate doctor? And if so, is it going to be a doctor that we know of? People are saying we could see Dr. Kareha, Hero Look, Vegapunk even. Do you have faith in Hyridin?
Yes, I think he comes back as a doctor, but I think it's gonna be Polo.
Ooh, Polo Graham?
Polo Graham.
That would be crazy. I mean, we do know Marco is a doctor.
Right. That'd be fun. I think somebody too obvious. It's just, Kareha coming back. It'd be cool. I think a good callback with a doctor would be nice.
Maybe Crocus.
Why not? Crocus? Crocus would be fun. I think Crocus more than Kareha would be fun.
They both make sense.
They both make sense, but bringing them to Elbaf,
It's far.
But Kureha would be interesting because we feel like she knows a lot, but she's not saying anything. It's like the Nico Robin effect. So I think Kureha would be very fun. What about Sai?
Ooh.
A little callback, right? To a character that we know of, but we don't know, but they're dead. And they're dead due to the white lead.
Oh, Law's parents?
Law's parents.
That is so random.
I know.
That would be odd almost. Like, hey, who's the doctor you got? Well, I got Law's dad here.
Well, it'd be a situation where
he's
it's
gonna try
like,
to treat Ida.
we left our kids, but we came here from, I forgot where they were from.
Flevinstown.
Flavance. And that's all they would mention. And we're like, oh, that's Law's dad.
Yeah,
of course
it's
he was
him.
a doctor.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he won't be able to cure Ida. I mean, he didn't even cure white
Nope.
lead disease, so I think they're cooked.
Right. Yeah. But it's like, at least try. Like,
yeah.
I remember this vividly. Marineford. Ace gets stabbed. And I believe somebody called for a doctor. And I was like, where is the doctor? Why are the doctors not going? Or Ace gets impaled. I'm like, why aren't the doctors helping? Like, where are the doctors? I was like so mad that no doctors were like flooding around him. But I'm like, all right, they're in the middle of a war. I'm sure doctors aren't just like on the sidelines readily available with like their
Ready to patch
first
him
aid
up.
kits, right? Just ready to go like the fire department, or like a NASCAR driver, just ready. But I was pissed.
Yeah, I
really
think Loopy was mad as well. Nobody could fix a base.
Bro, like I said, the first time I saw it, I didn't think he was like, because the low gear thing, I was like, obviously, like, you just reach out.
Hockey, man. Hockey did it.
But then it's like they had hockey before, and Aokiji got stabbed at hockey, and it's like, no.
Then Law showed up a little bit too late. I don't think Law would have been able to save Law.
Nobody would
Ace,
be able
though.
to save Ace. Only person that'll be able to save Ace. I'm trying to think of a devil fruit power. Mancherry?
Maybe Mancherry. We need somebody like Jugo from Naruto.
You ever seen 7 Pounds?
7 pounds? No, never seen 7
It's a
pounds.
Will Smith movie. Very good drama film. I don't want to spoil you, but good film.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it one day. I'm gonna go
It's
through
like,
Will Smith's
drats.
discography.
All right, I'll say spoiler alert for 7 Pounds in the next 15 seconds. So basically, it's about a film where a guy who's down on his luck, for the most part, and he just wants to do something good for other people. And so he finds people that need something from him, and then eventually he kills himself. And he donates all of his organs to some of the people he met.
I played a game like that the other day. They did the exact same thing where like you're a doctor and you go through all these patients and they're like dying, they need body parts or organs, and then the doctor's like, you know what? I'm a waste of life. Why don't I just like do it? It's like, damn.
The thing is, like, there's a twist in there too, because he does some shit where it's just like, huh? And then you find out why he wants to do that. It's just, good film. Only issue with that film, too short. Too short a film.
It has a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes, and when I typed in 7 pounds, the first thing that pops up is, why do people hate 7 pounds so much?
It's a good
so
film.
funny.
I think the issue is just the build up. It's already 2 hours, which is funny because it's like I felt like it needed more time.
Yeah.
But it's one of those movies where it's just, I need some more with these characters. But good film.
Back to the doctor stuff. I think I would want Kureha to show up just for the lore drop. Tell us about the Will of D, Gold Roger a little bit. Maybe her and Scopper could have something. Because remember back, like, at the start of Elbaf, I mean, I guess, like, the start of all time, a popular theory was that Dr. Kureha was actually Scopper's mom. Remember those?
I remember those.
Yeah, maybe we'll get, like, a
Looking at the
mother-son
shades.
thing here.
Possible. That'd be nice.
Yeah, and then
That'd be cute.
if King Harold does come back home and she sees that King Harold has like the Mark of the Abyss, she could know about that too. Because she's, like you said, she's randomly knowledgeable.
But we don't see her. She doesn't say a lot. She just hints towards things. So she could say something, Harold, like your tattoo. Why'd you get it? Or where'd you get it?
Or like, ooh, I've seen that before. I know what that is.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Or she says it to herself.
Yeah. Huh.
They got you too, huh, Harold?
How about this? No, I don't think this would work timeline-wise. I was about to say, what if Dr. Kureha does show up here, and she has the legendary Elbaf Devil Fruit, and that's actually the fruit that Chopper ate?
Oh, God. You're trying to propel Chopper into relevancy.
It's going to happen.
Enough.
Chopper is going to be so relevant one day, just you watch. Blackbeard,
One day.
he knows about the 2 Devil Fruits Rocksteady Zebek needed. One of them is Chopper's Devil Fruit.
Have we watched Wano? And that's what Chopper's gonna be doing in the war. All right.
No,
Running
Chopper's
around.
not gonna be doing that. There's not gonna be some silly disease that comes out of nowhere. No way. Oda wouldn't do that twice, right?
What does the opening say? Chopper's doctoring. Yayo.
Yayo, Chopper's doctoring.
Let him
Nami's
doctor.
doing her woman thing. It was
That's
so
important.
silly.
I love it.
Yeah, I love the 4Kids opening.
Oh.
It was a good opening. They made Don Krieg look crazy, man. He was looking like Wang Ji in there.
It's a top 5 One Piece opening.
I need to go back and like look at all the openings at some point. I feel like there's so many.
Yeah, We Fight Together is top 1 for me. One Piece opening 14.
That is the number?
That's the number.
That's the number. Well, with that being said, though, guys, let us know, what is your favorite One Piece opening? We'd like to hear it down below, and we will catch you guys next week. There is a break after 11:58, so be aware of that, but we'll be back sometime around then. You guys take care, and we'll catch you all later. Peace out.
Peace.